First up was Executive Chairman for the Tourist Board, the Honorable Wayne Garland. Senior Counsel to the Commission, Alex Mill, revealed with confirmation from Honorable Garland that the Tourist Board has had a history of overspending and currently has approximately $6 million of outstanding advertising and marketing debt, including a $1 million bill from Condé Nast. Honorable Garland testified that most of those bills arose out of a contract to hire U.S. company Current Communications as a TCI advertising agency in March 2007. Garland testified that he did not sign that agreement of some $5.8 million, though his signature appeared on it. That agreement was also outside of the allocated advertising budget of $7 million over 2 years. He said, however, that he did sign a marketing schedule in relation to the work that Current would do on behalf of the Tourist Board in June 2007. Mill described the terms in the Current contract agreement as, quote, a blank check. He said Current was allowed to place advertisement on the TCI's behalf, quote, wherever they like, and the TCI will pick up the bill. In addition, Current would also get a commission for those advertisements, 15% of the advertising cost billed to the TCI by the third-party advertiser. Honorable Garland testified that all of the outstanding bills, amounting to some $6 million, are 3 months overdue, and the TCI is being sued by some advertisers for lack of payment. Honorable Garland also testified that the Tourist Board's overspending came out of a ministry directive from the Ministry of Finance to manage parks. He revealed that there was an arrangement with the ministry for the Tourist Board to pay park employees' salaries totaling some $1.2 million on the ministry's behalf. He said the Tourist Board has not been reimbursed by the Ministry of Finance for those payments. Testimony also revealed a tight strain on the Tourist Board's budget when Honorable Garland confirmed that they had recently received an eviction notice for lack of rent payments for a building being set up as a Tourist Board office in Canada. He said, however, the rent has since been paid and the one worker there had not been evicted. Next on the witness list was Director of Tourist Board, Lindsay Musgrove. Musgrove, too, testified that he had nothing to do with the signing of the Current advertising contract. He said that at the time that the contract was signed, there was a new policy in place, placing marketing budget in the hands of the Ministry of Finance. He said he was only responsible for the Tourist Board's budget. He also testified that, however, he was, quote, disturbed when he realized that Current was chosen as a new ad agency. He said they had a previous ad agency, Blur Advertising, who they were paying some $500,000 a year for advertising, an amount significantly less than what Current was charging. Questions from Commissioner Sir Robin All on a different matter concerning the Tourist Board. He referenced an audit report done on the Tourist Board in 2007. All noted that the report was highly critical, and that report was examined by the Public Accounts Committee in a meeting after it was released. 100 pages of minutes came out of that meeting where the then Chief Auditor, Senior Auditor, and Musgrove were present. The report criticized the TCI Board on overspending, inadequate and poorly kept records, no efficient control over or scrutiny of expenses of Tourist Board staff in various offices, consistent failure to reconcile Tourist Board bank accounts, and no criteria or scrutiny of whether people were entitled to take unclaimed vacation leave. All wanted to find out what steps the Tourist Board officials had taken to address those issues. Honorable Garland testified that a new accountant was hired in 2008. A review of staff was also done to ensure that workers were doing their jobs efficiently, and a company was contracted to conduct statistical data. Musgrove testified that the majority of the criticism related to accounting, and those problems were taken care of. The final Tourist Board official to take the stand was Marketing Director Ralph Higgs, who testified that he knew of the signing of a media schedule in June 2007, that the Turks and Caicos Tourist Board and not the Premier's office, as Honorable Garland had testified to earlier, would be bound to the agreement in the advertising contract with Current Communication. He also testified that he had been asked to sign that schedule by Honorable Garland, but declined because the matter had not been presented to the board, debated by the board, or ratified by the board, giving him permission to sign on the board's behalf. Higgs said he kept referring to the allocated budget of $7 million, $3.5 million a year in his dealings with Current Communications once they came on board as a new ad agency. He said, however, that he later received an email from the Premier instructing him that the money for the contract would be funded through the Premier's office, and Higgs should not question or make any changes to the amounts that were approved to be spent. At the end of Higgs's testimony, he confirmed that the tourist board has large outstanding debts and is being sued by some advertisers. He said some of the suits name persons from the tourist board personally, including himself. For WIV4 News, I'm Joy Del Trail.